today's collectible spot, why we're having a look at the Diamond Select Toys Battle Beast Minimates. The set contains Strictus and Bliss Reynolds. For those who are big fans of the original Battle Beasts, these are the reimagined Battle Beasts, is probably the best way to describe it, the reimagined Battle Beast Minimates by Diamond Select Toys. On the back of the package, you can see all the characters that make up this line. Battle Beasts born to battle. From across the galaxy, the Battle Beasts have come to Earth in search of a powerful weapon. All of them want it, and all will fight for it. Can Earth possibly survive? You can mix and match to create hybrid warriors, which I think is kind of a neat idea. The characters that you can get are Vaconus, Gruntos, we got Tate Reynolds, Merc, we got Fenrook, Strictus, Vorin, and Bliss Reynolds. Battle Beast Strictus, species is rattlesnake. Strictus is a member of the band of mercenaries led by the giant scorpion Vaconus. A desert creature like his comrades, he is most at home in warm environments, but is equally deadly wherever he goes. As for Bliss Reynolds, a linguistic at the Department of Defense, Bliss translated the scrolls found alongside the Praxis of Hope. Upon speaking aloud the activation phrase, she alerted beasts everywhere to where the location of Earth. You can go to battlebeast.com. You can also go to www.diamondselecttoys.com, which I will provide the links down below too. What I am going to do is take a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Strictus and Bliss Reynolds. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. First, having a look at Bliss Reynolds. She's a nice looking Minimate. Now, truth be told, Spot doesn't know very much about the new Battle Beast line. But I'm really impressed so far with some of the Minimates that I've seen. Bliss Reynolds is done actually really, really well. Her hair is nice. If you are a customizer, you could easily use this hair for other Minimates. As it stands right now, she kind of has a, maybe like a Liv Tyler look to her. Or maybe like a Megan Fox. I really shouldn't be comparing her to other celebrities. But she's got this nice red jacket on. We have seen this red jacket used before. In this case, it is being used for her, but it's in a nice bright red, which I like. Red carries over into her sleeves as well. And then on the inside, she's got a nice striped shirt as well as a skirt. And down below, I can only ascertain that those are probably boots or shoes that she's got with nice red soles. So she's a neat looking Minimate. The one thing that's really cool about her is that she comes with loads of accessories. For starters, something that Spot always indicates usually in these reviews is that I always say, well, you can remove the jacket on these Minimates, but the only problem is, yeah, the arms. Those arms are definitely going to be red. I mean, it's going to look exactly like the jacket, so removing this is irrelevant. However, the one thing that's cool about Bliss here is that you can take her head, I'll just take her hair off for a second, take her head, pop it off, and we're going to take the jacket. The jacket is just open on the sides there, so all you have to do is just take the jacket and just lift it off here. And as you can see, as Spot indicated, she's got red sleeves of her shirt. However, you can take the arms. Now you have to be a little careful with the arms because the ball joints, I've always noticed when it comes to the ball joints on arms for the Minimates, a little more fragile. It's a little bit smaller than that of the head. But you can take the arms. Spot's just making a mess, isn't he? Take the arms, and she does come with alternate arms, which is really neat. You take the arm, and you're just going to snap it back into place, like so. Take the other arm, make sure you have the right arm. And just going to peg that into place, like so. And then you're going to take the hands off the arms. Pardon my speaking of hands, you can see that Spot's hands are in the way. Sorry, I apologize for that. You're going to take the other hand, like so, and you're going to just peg that into place. Take the head. Now you see where we're going with this. You take the head, put it back into place, take her hair back into place, and now you've got Bliss Reynolds without her jacket. Neat, neat touch. Really like that. As much as I really like the jacket, I think I almost dig it without the jacket. Like that quite a bit. Her articulation, I guess you could probably do that with her pants too. I don't think her... you really could do that too. Take her skirt off, and just like that, she's got just regular legs with a striped top. Very neat. In the way of her articulation, her head does rotate up and down, left and right via that ball joint that I was showing you earlier. Her arms go out, front and back, bend at the elbow, rotation in the hand, rotation in the waist, whoops, without popping her hair off. Put her hair back on. There we go. Rotation in the waist, legs go forward, back, out, bend at the knee, rotation in the foot. If that wasn't enough, Bliss also comes with other things too. She comes with, just move her out of the way, she comes with a display stand, which you can peg into her underfoot here, like so. She does also come with this. Almost something you would expect to see with Mega Man. I guess it's almost very similar to like a gauntlet thing, and you can take one of those hands out, peg the hand into place, and you have her with a hand attachment, almost as if she's projecting an energy field, or she's projecting and firing some magic. Speaking of which, she also does come with this. When you flip it around, you'll see that there is a... I think Spot had it the right way the first time. When you flip it around, you can see right there? I'll zoom in, you guys can see. Right there, you can actually see an outline of a hand with a little peg. So what you're going to do is taking that hand that we were just finished putting on her, you can take the hand... Sometimes I find it's easier to take the hand out first. Take the hand, peg it into place, like so. Then take that and peg it back into her hand. And you got Bliss projecting a energy field. Really neat. Really neat. If you didn't mind so much the color, you could reuse this for your other Minimates too, like a Iron Man or whatnot. But I love this effect. I love that we got this molded shield-like appliance that you can mount onto her hand. That's a really neat touch. I'm going to take the accessories off. I'm going to put the regular hand back in. And there you have Bliss Reynolds. I think overall, she's a really pretty Minimate. I like that you can switch out her arms. I like the accessories that she comes with. Overall, she's a very well executed Minimate. Bliss, I'm going to give her an 8.5. Fantastic work. I'm going to get her on her display base before we look at Strictus. And I think what I might do with these Minimates reviews for the battle beasts is I might look at the humans first, and then I'll look at the beasts later. So I'm going to put Bliss down. I'm just going to move all of her accessories out of the way, her dress out of the way, and her other arm. Let's not forget her other arm and her jacket. Just move those out of the way. Let's have a look at Strictus, or Strictus. You can see that he is a snake. In this form, it doesn't look like he has any articulation in the tail. Had it been a wireframe, that would have been a really neat touch. Unfortunately, being someone that grew up with Battle Beasts, I like the updated look to them. But the only downside I have to the figures is I feel as if they're almost too realistic. I think the sculpts on them are phenomenal. In fact, there is Strictus's face. Strictus's face? He's got his tongue going on there. But I think one of the real appeals for Battle Beasts was because they were so over the top. The suits, the armor that they wore were very bright and vibrant. These are very military-like and very rooted in reality, that I think they did such a great job on them. But I feel like they could have had just maybe some vibrant armor, and I really miss the rub sign. I really miss that. I'm not sure how they could have incorporated that into the Minimates, but that's a touch that I kind of miss. Strictus does come with a couple of weapons. He has I guess a larger spear that you can put into his hand. His Minimates sometimes are so small that Spot has a tough time getting his hands around them. Like so, you can have him with his spear. He does also have a much smaller weapon as well that you can have him holding as is, or what you could do is take the spear off, and you'll see there's a little hole on the bottom. You're just going to take that peg, take that hole, put them together. Put them together, like so, and you've got yourself a double-bladed weapon. It also helps if Spot turns it the right way. There we go. And you have something like that. So you can either hold it as two independent weapons, or you can have them holding it as one long weapon. Oops. What you can also do, too, is unpeg it. And he actually has a section on the back where you can hold his weapons. So you can peg that one into place. Finding the other weapon that Spot dropped, you can take that, peg it into place, and you've got some nice storage going on the back. Also, all on the back, we can see all the nice detail that they did to the tail with the scales, their little rattler. I mean, the armor is done well. The head is done well. But I feel like it's just a little too rooted in reality for me. But I think the face, I mean, the face is done exceptionally well. His eyes are a little harder to see because I think the paint that they used was the same overall coloring as the rest of the head. There's Strictus. Now Strictus's articulation is that he has a rotation in the head. You can move the arms still out, forward and back, and bend at the elbow, and rotation in the hand. Despite the fact he has this torso piece, you can also rotate at the waist, but really not by a lot. Now the idea with the added gimmick is that you can take these pieces off and you can mix and match. I mean, really, by that logic, you can even give Bliss a tail, bottom tail as well if you wanted to. You could take the armor off, mix and match it as well. It's a solid line, but I gotta feel like the nostalgicness in me, that the younger version of me is saying, you know, I kind of wish that they had the rub signs. And I kind of wish that they had been a little more over the top than this. I mean, I have to commend Diamond Select for approaching this line, and I'm liking what they've done with it. I guess the biggest problem for me is probably something that a lot of collectors dealt with too. When you reapproach a line that was something that we had when we were kids, the original line probably is a little more cornier, a little more ridiculous. And when you approach it like a real world approach, kind of like what they did with the Thundercats when they revamped Thundercats, it may not go over as well. Maybe younger collectors or older collectors alike might appreciate the more cornier, over-the-top stuff. I mean, I have to give props to Diamond Select Toys. I think they did a fantastic job on Strictus here. I think my biggest problem is I just have to kind of look at it as a real world approach to Battle Beasts and not something that I grew up with. I think Strictus is done very well, and as a Minimate, he's a beautiful looking Minimate, but he just doesn't have that retro feel that the Battle Beasts used to have. On a sculpt level, I'm going to give Strictus here an 8.5. A beautiful Minimate. I think I just kind of have to wipe my eyes and realize that it's not the Battle Beast that I grew up with. If I do that, I can look at this line and think, wow, I think so far I'm really impressed with the line, and not so much, oh, it's a shame that they don't look like the Battle Beasts from when I was younger. Because ultimately, they're not. But they're their own entity, as it were, that I think, you know what, they're still pretty neat indeed. Today's collectible spot, we're having a look at the Diamond Select Toys Battle Beasts. We're looking today at Strictus and Bliss Reynolds. And Bliss Reynolds is really such a cool mini-mate. Thanks for watching as you always do, guys. Certainly stick around. There are more Battle Beast mini-mate reviews heading your way. See you guys next time.